Imagine an elegant man, wearing dark sunglasses and carrying a briefcase, boarding a commercial flight. Mid-flight, he calmly announces he has a bomb, demands $1 million ransom, and 4 parachutes. After receiving the money, he jumps from the plane mid-flight, amidst a storm, and disappears into the darkness of the night, without a trace. This is the legendary case of D.B. Cooper, the only skyjacker in commercial aviation history who managed to escape unpunished, becoming a mythical figure and one of the FBI's greatest unsolved mysteries. Who was this man? Did he survive the jump? And where did the money go? Prepare to delve into a story of audacity, mystery, and a perfect getaway that continues to intrigue investigators and enthusiasts for over 5 decades. Are you ready to try and unravel the enigma of D.B. Cooper and discover why he became a legend? On the 24th of November 1971, the eve of Thanksgiving, a man identifying himself as Dan Cooper, later mistakenly popularized as D.B. Cooper by the media, bought a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. He was a middle-aged man, about 6 feet tall, wearing a dark suit, white shirt, black tie, and dark sunglasses. He seemed calm and discreet, easily blending in with the other 36 passengers and 6 crew members aboard the Boeing 727, an aircraft that would become the stage for one of the most audacious crimes in history. Shortly after takeoff, as the plane was at cruising altitude, Cooper handed a note to a flight attendant, Florence Schaffner. Initially, she thought it was a business card with a phone number, but Cooper insisted she read the note. The handwritten note, in all capital letters, stated that he had a bomb in his briefcase and demanded $200,000 in unmarked US currency and 4 parachutes to main and to reserve. The flight attendant, following Cooper's instructions, informed the pilot, who in turn contacted air traffic control. Authorities in Seattle were notified and began to prepare the ransom, while the plane circled in the air, awaiting the hijacker's demands. The plane landed in Seattle, where the passengers were released in exchange for the money and parachutes. Cooper then instructed the crew to refuel the aircraft and take off again, bound for Mexico City, with a stop for refueling in Reno, Nevada. The jump. The disappearance into the stormy night. About 30 minutes after taking off from Seattle, as the plane flew over southwestern Washington, amidst a strong storm and in the darkness of the night, Cooper opened the rear door of the aircraft, which had a retractable air stair. He strapped the briefcase with the money to his body and, with 2 of the parachutes, jumped from the plane. The plane's crew did not see the jump, only felt a change in cabin pressure. The plane continued its flight to Reno, where it landed safely, but without its mysterious passenger. The jump was executed in extremely dangerous conditions, with strong winds, rain, and freezing temperatures, which led many to believe that he could not have survived. The FBI was immediately notified and launched one of the largest and most extensive manhunts in United States history. The initial search area was vast and remote, covering dense forests, mountains, and rivers, an inhospitable and treacherous region. Despite intensive efforts, including aerial and ground searches, no evidence of Cooper or the money was found, and the mystery of his fate deepened. For 45 years, the FBI maintained an active investigation into the D.B. Cooper case, building an extensive file with over 20 volumes, but without reaching definitive conclusions. In 1980, a small portion of the ransom money, about $5,800 in US currency, was found by an 8-year-old boy, Brian Ingram, on the banks of the Columbia River, near Vancouver, Washington. The discovery of the money rekindled public interest in the mystery, but it provided no additional information about Cooper's identity or fate, and the rest of the money was never recovered. The authenticity of the bills was confirmed by the FBI, but how they reached the river remains a mystery. The FBI speculated that Cooper did not survive the jump for several reasons: the adverse weather, the lack of proper parachuting equipment, the dense forest terrain where he jumped, and the lack of detailed knowledge of the landing area. Furthermore, the fact that the rest of the ransom money was never spent suggested he did not survive to use it. In July 2016, the FBI officially suspended the active investigation of the case, although reporters, enthusiasts, professional investigators, and amateur detectives continue to pursue countless theories about Cooper's identity, success, and fate, making him a pop culture icon. The mystery of D.B. Cooper has generated countless theories and speculations about his identity and what happened to him. The lack of a body and the absence of any trace of Cooper or the remaining money continue to fuel popular imagination, making him a legendary figure in American culture. Some of the most prominent suspects and theories include Richard McCoy Jr., a former Green Beret and parachutist who carried out a similar skyjacking in 1972, demanding for parachutes and $500,000. He was captured and imprisoned, but always denied being Cooper, and the FBI ruled him out as a suspect. Kenneth Christensen, a former Army paratrooper and Northwest Orient Airlines employee who fitted Cooper's physical description and had a history of cash land purchases. He was investigated, but there was never conclusive evidence. Robert Rackstraw, a former Army paratrooper with a criminal past who was investigated by the FBI and became the prime suspect for many independent investigators. He vehemently denied being Cooper, but his life story and skills fitted many aspects of the profile. Lynn Doyle Cooper, a Korean War veteran who, according to his niece, confessed to the hijacking on his deathbed. His family presented evidence that linked him to the case, but the FBI could not confirm it. Other theories suggest that Cooper was an experienced pilot, an aeronautical engineer, or someone with deep knowledge of aviation, which would explain his calmness and precise instructions. The truth is that, without new evidence, D.B. Cooper's identity and his final fate remain a mystery, an enigma that continues to defy logic and imagination. The legacy of a perfect getaway. Changes in aviation. The D.B. Cooper case had a significant impact on aviation security. The hijacking led to major updates in security measures at airports and in commercial aviation. Metal detectors were installed in airports. Baggage inspection became mandatory, and passengers who paid cash for same-day tickets were subjected to additional scrutiny. Boeing 727s were retrofitted with Cooper vanes, devices designed to prevent the rear air stair from being lowered in flight, ensuring that no other hijacker could replicate Cooper's escape. The mystery of D.B. Cooper remains the only unsolved case of air piracy in commercial aviation history. He continues to be a fascinating case study for the FBI and the public, a reminder that, sometimes, reality can be more intriguing than fiction. D.B. Cooper's story is a testament to human audacity and the ability to disappear without a trace, leaving behind only an enigma that endures through time, a phantom that continues to fly in the skies of popular imagination. The D.B. Cooper case is an enigma that defies logic and imagination, one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. What do you think about D.B. Cooper's perfect getaway? Do you believe he survived the jump? Which theory do you find most plausible? Leave your comment below and share your thoughts. Your opinion is very important to us. If you found this story intriguing and want more cases that defy logic and make us question reality, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to not miss the next videos. In our next episode, we will delve into another mystery that will leave you breathless. Stay tuned.